What's up everyone? I'm Steven Arp, and today we get to build my first PC. Just a little bit of backstory on where I came from. As you can see here, this is my first setup in our first house, and I had a 27-inch iMac, and it was kind of a office slash dining room. So really cool, kind of cool layout, and the iMac kind of fit, and that's what I was kind of going for. You know, clean aesthetic, but I was not happy with the iMac. It was not fast enough. I had a laptop here, have a MacBook Pro here that was kind of in tandem with it. We've had that for, this is a 2013 iMac, or MacBook Pro. So we've had that for forever, and that's been kind of our main driver until about 4 years ago. Decided to get the iMac to kind of help out because it wasn't getting powerful enough. After that, just decided to get a 43-inch 4K TV, which worked for a while, but still was just hooking my Xbox up to it, and couldn't really get good games and good visuals and what we needed out of that. So couldn't get high frame rates, couldn't get control of the games, and then Xbox, you know, we're still limited on the amount of games you can get. So going from just an Xbox to a gaming PC, good future-proof plan. Full PC build is based around the monitor. I wanted a 34-inch ultra-wide, and this is an LG 34-inch ultra-wide with 144 hertz, so it's great for gaming, and it's amazing. God is so good. So this is the basis behind the computer to run this and to run games, to run productivity apps. So we're going to go into detail about building the computer and just show you how it went and everything like that. The parts we chose. Yeah. So my goal with the monitor is to be able, my goal with the computer and the monitor is to run any of the new high-end AAA games or any future AAA games that are coming. I want to be able to run those at high to ultra settings and to get 120 hertz out of them. So that's the goal behind the PC, and right now it's not possible because of the graphics card. And as you all know, as most of you know, the new graphics cards are coming out. So excited for the new graphics card. So went with the $300 graphics card, and the rest of the components are more than that. So eventually we'll upgrade when the new graphics cards comes out. And yeah, I want to thank Azreow for coming over, helping me pick out these parts, and helping me build it. He's also let me borrow his graphics card because mine got caught in the shipping delays from the riots. So hopefully I'll get that tomorrow, and I'll cut in a video of me putting that in.
First and foremost, we have the Asus Gaming X570 Plus motherboard. This motherboard is X570, as the name implies, which is the newest, biggest chipset from AMD. Which is also going to be forward compatible to Zen 3 when it comes out. But right now we're with Zen 2, which brings us the CPU, which is the R7 3700X. This is going to be most comparable to what's going to be in next-gen gaming PCs. And for now, this will be really great performer for someone that's never had a gaming PC. This is absolutely going to be fantastic. It's going to blow them away. And then we'll come back to the GPU. Another reason for X570 is we wanted to get an NVMe our PCIe Gen 4 port. So we're going with an NVMe 1 terabyte drive that is PCIe Gen 4. So this will be speeds compatible, that are similar to like PS5. Although we all know PS5 has the special I/O chips and stuff, but that will be a blazing fast NVMe drive. This is G.Skill Trident Z memory, RGB, and it is a Ryzen compatible memory, and it works with all of the fun little RGB stuff, and it is 3200 megahertz. That'll be really good for this build because we know Ryzen likes speed. We have a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. Try not to cover your ears because I crinkled that right into the microphone. That is for mass storage. It says 2 terabytes for now, and you can always upgrade in the future. Right now, your SSD and your big storage are double of both my SSD and my big storage. So
about 4 times of what I have too.
It should work out great.
Yeah.
For the power supply, we have the ROG Strix 750 Gold, 750 watt gold, and we went with 750 watts because for these boards, the standard pin out or standard power pins for the CPUs on most motherboards is 8. On X570, it's 12. So you have to go at least 750, but this power supply is going to more than handle that. And then we have the H100i Platinum RGB Corsair all-in-one. And the reason we went with this was we were going to go with a 280 millimeter, or 280 millimeter with 140 millimeter fans, but we're not sure it's going to fit in the top of the case according to Corsair's specs for the case. So we are going to just go with the 240 millimeter, see how it looks, and that's going to go on the top of the case. Which brings me to the case. The case is the Crystal Series 570X from Corsair, which is a great case with 4 clear panels, so every side is exposed, which means we're going to have fun with cable management. So that is all of the parts, and we'll be jumping into the build. All right, so
what's the first thing we do, Adam?
we're gonna put the CPU in, which you picked up, which is good. Steven's had a little bit of prep time here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Told him a little bit of things going on.
Thank you, YouTube videos, for everyone going there. So.
Yeah, installing a CPU is very simple. You want to make sure that the lever on the motherboard is raised up. And then there is a little arrow on the corner on the, let me see if it's on the bottom corner. Yeah, it's on the bottom corner there. There's a little arrow. There's an arrow on the motherboard, which, right there. And they line up together.
Okay.
And another cool thing about AMD sockets, which I told you about, perfect. Let's close that lever. Is most of the time the lettering on Ryzen sockets goes the same direction as the top of this.
And I'm glad you said that because there's no way I would have known. The triangle is really hard to find. It's the triangle built in to the gray component here. So it's not a gold triangle, which I kind of thought there was.
Some motherboards make it easier than others.
Yes. Absolutely.
So the next thing we're going to do is the RAM.
Okay.
So in this particular case, we checked the motherboard beforehand, and our light gray, or we checked the motherboard instructions, and the light gray sockets are the ones that we want to put them into. So we don't want to pull a verge and stick them in sockets next to each other because then we're not running in dual channel and we are effectively bottlenecking our RAM. So yeah, I'm going to make a lot of shots at the verge. Mostly because this is my first PC build video and I guarantee you it's going better than the verge. And I'm just giving you instructions.
Well,
it's your first PC build ever and it's already going better.
I know. The motherboard already had the first slot pulled open, so that's a good way to tell as well. So go ahead and follow. They did a great job. Thank you, ASUS, for doing that. So
make sure you pull back the levers on that next socket there.
Yeah.
Bottom and top. Bottom and top. Bottom.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
The bottom one doesn't.
No, the bottom one doesn't.
Okay.
Nope, this one's backwards.
The backwards RAM is the best of all of us.
I know. You would think that
a little clicky poo. Push. Oh, you got her, I think.
Let's see.
Sounds like I heard 2 clicks. we'll know if it doesn't boot.
Yep.
Now, the next part is the NVMe drive. Pretend it never happened.
Pretend it never happened.
We don't talk about screwdrivers either. Alright, so now we're installing the NVMe drive. Put the standoff on there. And we may or may not have forgotten another cut.
We'll just do
My first
this.
time in NVMe
We'll
drive.
just do this one silently.
Yeah. Now we're installing the screw into the standoff that should keep the NVMe drive set in there nice and easy. Got a lot of Corsair things in this case, kind of cool.
Yeah. And next thing is IO shield, correct?
Yeah. Now we want to make sure the orientation is correct, so we need to look at the edge of the motherboard. That looks to be correct.
I think you, from the labels being up, right? Or the words being up?
Yeah, usually
Okay.
that can sometimes work. The main thing is just check the back of the motherboard.
Okay.
And in this case, we know that this is pretty common, but the audio is down here. This is an old USB, or not USB, I'm sorry, PS2 connection for like an old mechanical, or not mechanical, but an older keyboard.
Okay.
So this is correct.
Cool. It looks like it just slid
Yeah, it
up
looks like it's-
and pushed in.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like it's all in there, so
Cool.
all good. Let's go ahead and head for the power supply next. Let's get that out of our
Okay.
pair. And then,
To
yep.
put it up here.
Yep, and I don't have any screws for the power supply, so let's make sure you got those.
And I guess, obviously we
I'm
want
walking
this
right in front of the
to,
shop because, you know, professional and all.
it's all good. Now,
Here's
Adam,
the
do we need any of that,
You can't put this, we have rubber braces here.
yeah,
So if
do
you
we
put
need
it-
any of those?
Yeah, if you put it against the case, it'll electrocute or something your case, and then you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, okay. So it
That's
looks
what
like
those
there's
rubber
already,
stoppers are for.
there's those anti-vibration pads that are already installed on the case. It looks like, this case at least.
Yeah.
So, big
Yeah.
question, fan up, fan down.
I am a proponent of fan down, and the
I
reason
would
being,
agree with that.
the reason I'm a proponent for that is if you're going to put it on a shelf. Now, if you're putting it on carpet, then fan up. But fan down allows it to have its own intake and kind of sets the thermals of the power supply to its own little thermal environment. It's not going to be affected by the rest of your case, which is kind of nice.
Cool.
And also that fan is pulling air in and then exhausting it out the back of the power supply, which is where you're going to want to screw in now.
So you got me the,
So right there is where you want to screw in the power supply. And then that's where it's exhausting the air. If you place the fan up, in your case, you're already going to have 3 exhaust fans with 3 intake fans. So you have a pretty positive pressure. If you have another one sucking air out, you'll end up with a negative pressure, which could cause some dust buildup inside of the power supply and short it out earlier than you really want it to. So power supply fan down is usually better. In there though, like I talked about earlier, the center one on this they have installed as a post.
so we're going here, 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 and the center one there, alright?
That center one should help you line up the whole guy.
So make sure we get the IO in, that's what we're going for, correct?
Yep, first the IO. Then you're gonna drop it. Drop it like it's hot, you know. Just kidding. Listen, I don't get to say half the
Alright, man. So,
do a little prepping of the all-in-one, huh?
okay.
We've already done some. We got all the right screws and mounting hardware out.
Yeah.
We already put the mounting hardware on the CPU combo. And then now we are mounting the fans. And remember what I told you about the fans, about how I like to orient them when I mount them?
Yeah.
I like to put my
So this
personal
is back.
preference, and I don't know if I'll point this out while I'm here, but is to put both of the fans coming right through the middle of the back, and that way both the cords or all the cords are together. So exactly like that. And then I would flip the other one to match it. So like flip it to where these cords on. Yeah, and now they're all next to each other coming out from the sides of the fans. I don't know.
Alright, man. So let's put this baby in.
Yep, and this is kind of nice that we have 2 hands here, and I'll try to hold this. I'm gonna kind of hold this up and not let it dangle too much because I don't want it to rip the hoses out. Then I will swing around here and yeah, holding this in place at the same time. So we already got the.
I'm so excited. This was really tough to put together because of all the pieces, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was his first build, so teaching him. And he said he learned a lot, but I think he also knew a lot going into it. He watched plenty of YouTube videos.
Watch more YouTube.
YouTube is key.
Stick around to these channels.
I'm staring down at the back of this case because cable management looks really good in my opinion. So when you'll see all that in the B-roll at the end. But Steven is about to boot up for his first time, his first self-built gaming PC.
Here we go.
Oh boy. Oh, you got it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just fire it off.
Why?
Okay, it's done.
Oh, go. Come back up. There you go. Let's do this thing.
It was already hard to
Click the
do.
button, click the button, click the button, click the button, click the button.
Alright, let's see if the boot's here.
Let's see what's going on in the
I
front.
feel some fans around.
So we have a Corsair Commander Pro in the back, so we're pretty sure that's why these 4 fans aren't lighting up yet. They will. And then we have
boot
fans.
screen.
We have 6 fans in here all the way. Oh, boot screen. Okay, so cool stuff going on here. Looks like this little guy's not spinning. Maybe I can get him to spin. No. Looks like this little fan right here is the PCH fan. I believe is this little guy right here on the chipset. And what we can see here is our CPU temperature, but it shows that both of our sticks of memory are reading. They're reading at 2133 megahertz right now, so we got to figure out what's going on there. But there, it's 32 gigs of memory. We got our CPU fan, which is our pump, and so it's reading that, and it is reading NVMe SSD 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes on our other hard drive. So we're all set to get Windows going on this puppy.
Woo! Let's do it. As you can see, the build went really well and got a great setup for the future. I want to give a big special thank you to Azreow for helping me out with all this, walking me through, my first PC build. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, but it always helps to have someone there who's done it before. He was a big help, especially with getting all the wires in the right place on the motherboard and the power supply. And I apologize for not showing all that, but we didn't really have time to video all that and go into detail. There's other great YouTubers out there who do that. We would like to do that in the future, but we just don't have time because we have wives and kids. And on that note, a special thank you to both of our wives and to the kids for letting us sequester ourselves into my garage for a while, and a long while. And thank you for watching the kids while we did that. So it was great and wonderful. Stay tuned. We have a lot more videos to come. And we want to get more into doing this kind of stuff because we really enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. So one of the next videos to come is my office tour. We'll do an office tour here and the desk setup and kind of why I chose each individual piece, from the keyboard to the mouse to the speakers, everything like that. And then also we're going to be doing a video of my new home gym that we're building. Got some cool stuff coming for that because I started a great gym program, but unfortunately the coronavirus shut it down. So now we get to build it at home and can do workouts every day. So if you're interested in any of that, stay tuned. Please like and subscribe to support this channel. So and hop over to my buddy Azreow and my buddy Little Shaky. I'll link both of their channels down below. So go ahead and hop over there to their channels, watch their videos, like, subscribe. Great content going on there. So thank you for watching.
Computer, the X570 Plus, tough gaming, Asus motherboard. I've already dropped something. I am not minus 10 tips.
I froze.
You forgot what you were saying, didn't you?
I did. It's okay.
We can always cut this.
Where am I?
Here in your intro. This is for you.
Thanos?
This is the
Thanos, are you here?
I'm looking at it!
And why we decided to, blah, blah, blah.